I need my visits. I'm 3 years behind now. I've already paid for 3 years of visits, and
all Mr. Sindoni does is scream and yell at my children and say that because you're the judge, you said that they have to talk to him. This is not okay, Your Honor. This is a very toxic situation. Mr. Sindoni.
The reason it's toxic is because of
Jennifer. Hold on, Mr. Sindoni. With an order. Okay, good call, please.
Court is now in session. Christopher Sindoni versus Jennifer Newman.
For the record, this matter is before the court at the request of the plaintiff, Christopher Sindoni, claiming that he's not receiving the parenting time previously ordered by this court. This hearing is being conducted via Zoom. It appears that both parties are present. Sir, you're Christopher Sindoni, is that correct?
Yes.
And ma'am, you are Jennifer Sindoni, now known as Jennifer Newman. I'm sorry, now known as Jennifer Victory, is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Mr. Sindoni, you are still incarcerated. I believe we're in the Upper Peninsula.
No, it's St. Louis, Michigan. It's in the middle of the state, in the middle of the Lower Peninsula. Yeah.
And when is your scheduled out date?
It's Christmas Eve of 27. I'm still doing appeals though, Your Honor, and that's due anytime. So I don't know.
Okay, your out date is 2027, is that correct?
Yes.
Of course, your children will be adults by then, and they can do as they choose. Right now, your children are their 15-year-old twins, is that correct?
Yes.
Mr. Sindoni, Miss Victory, are the children right now, they're 15-year-old twins, is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. The court's last order entered on June 10th, 2022, is that parenting time shall continue as previously ordered. We're back on a similar request of Mr. Sindoni. The court ordered that the father shall have video parenting time with children once per month. Father shall pay for the session. Once mom receives payment, she'll initiate the video call for the children. The court denied the request for in-person parenting time. The court's going to continue to deny that, Mr. Sindoni, if that's the request. It's just a matter of the court believes that we should continue what's previously ordered. That is the video contacts with the children. So, Mr. Sindoni, what's the problem? What's the issue?
I've paid for the visits already, and it's on her to schedule them because they're minors. They're not allowed to. She has to do it. Of the 30, there were 38 visits that I paid for. She owed me $10 for some other thing. She said she would pay for 3 additional visits. Of the 41 visits, there's been 16 of them scheduled. But of those 16, only 5 have actually taken place because she checked the children into it. And I need my visits. I'm 3 years behind now. I've already paid for 3 years of visits, and this order was 3 years ago, and I haven't gotten 3 years of the visits that I've paid for.
Okay, the court, rather than look back, the court like to move forward and get back on track. Miss Victory, I understand the children are 15, but they're still minors, and you need to make this happen, even if it's only for a couple minutes. They need to at least say hello to their dad or talk to their dad. If they don't want to say hello, they got to say, they at least got to look at them.
And Your Honor, and that's what they're doing, is they don't want to speak to him. Every time that we have a visit with Mr. Sindoni, he is screaming at my children. You have to talk to me because the judge said so.
That's not true, Your Honor.
No,
all right.
I'll get the visits.
Okay, I guess you can tape them then, Miss Victory. If in fact he's yelling at them, it's inappropriate, then obviously they should be terminated. That should not be appropriate or necessary, and that's certainly no way to encourage the children to have a meaningful discussion with their dad if in fact you are lashing out against Mr. Sindoni. So let's get back on track. Do you has he paid for some visits?
He's paid for some visits. However, Your Honor, my children are not
sent you
wanting to talk
$80.
to.
Mr. Sindoni, hold on. Don't interrupt. Let Miss Victory finish, and then I'll let you respond. Miss Victory?
Your Honor, yes. Mr. Sindoni has sent me $40.
It's been
in
$80.
2 checks. You've sent me $40. And of that $40, very minimum of the visits have been scheduled, Your Honor, because that's all Mr. Sindoni does is scream and yell at my children and say that because you're the judge, you said that they have to talk to him.
Okay.
So therefore, I have ended up leaving the meeting because of him screaming and yelling at my children. This is not okay, Your Honor. This is a very toxic situation. Mr. Sindoni.
The reason it's toxic is because of Jennifer.
Hold on, Mr. Sindoni. Please let her finish, then I'll let you respond. Obviously, it sounds like it's toxic, and the two of you can't communicate. So Miss Victory will finish up, and then I'll let Mr. Sindoni respond.
Yeah, Your Honor, these visits honestly need to stop because my children refuse to speak with him because of his tone and his demeanor and how he's treating my children. And I can get the video visits to prove it.
Your Honor.
Well, let me, one last question. Has Mr. Sindoni sent you money that's not yet been used for the video contact? Because it does.
Probably, but not very much. Like I said, Your Honor, he has sent me $40. So if Mr. Sindoni really wants that money back, I will gladly go ahead and pay him the $40 back that he sent to have video visits. So that way we can be done with this because they refuse to talk to him.
What is no, we're not gonna be done with it. What is the cost of each video contact? $20, $10?
$3.25.
Yeah,
$3. Mr. Sindoni, please stop or I'm gonna mute you. Miss Victory, how much are the video visits?
$3.20 a visit for 15 minutes.
So you acknowledge you've got $40 that you're holding for future video visits, correct?
I have used part of that money for some of the video visits. However, not all of it has been used.
Okay, well, how much?
I didn't want to waste money.
How much you have left? $30?
Probably 25 to 30.
All right.
I'll pay him back, Your Honor. I'll put it in his commissary. I have no problem with that.
No, we're going to do some more video visits, Miss Victory. What I'm going to suggest is you videotape those, and if in fact they are inappropriate, he's screaming at them, then the court will terminate the visits.
Okay.
It's none of that.
Okay, Mr. Sindoni. Mr. Sindoni, now it's your time to respond, Mr. Sindoni.
I'm sitting there in the visits, and I get my daughter telling me how I beat Jennifer and choked her and all these lies that she has told them that never happened. It never happened. We've already discussed this in the past in the court. And you told Jennifer to stop telling this to the children. So every visit, it's the last visit, for example, Jennifer tried arguing with me. My daughter told her to shut up. It's her visit. Then my daughter's accusing me of doing all this stuff that I never did. So I'm telling her that never happened, Chloe. Chloe got upset. Jennifer deleted into the meeting, but I wasn't screaming at my daughter. And
well, that's
some of the visits that do happen. They just stare at the camera.
Perhaps when your daughter's upset and she's screaming at you, making accusations, that's when you sort of delicately just change the topic and say, tell me how are you doing? How is school? What's your favorite subject? Are you playing any sports? You have some constructive discussion as the adults, Mr. Sindoni. There's ways you can handle that to distract them from some accusations and say, that's not what we're here to talk about. What's ever happened in the past, we're going to put in the past. I'm just saying I'm here to talk to you because I love you. You got to make some positive comments. There's ways you can address that to make the children more comfortable, Mr. Sindoni.
And it's okay for Jennifer to tell them that their last name is disgusting and they can change it to her new husband's name. And this is part of the arguments too, No,
so
you're basically telling them that they're disgusting.
Miss Victory, please stop talking over each other. Let the other person respond. Mr. Sindoni, in answer to your question, no, it's not appropriate she tell him that, but how do you know she's telling him that?
Because
Maybe
they're
you're
telling
assuming
me
that.
that, oh, my last name's disgusting, so they want to change it to her new husband's name and all. They wouldn't even know that unless she told them they can do that.
But you're assuming
Just
that.
like
You're
she
assuming that,
told
Mr.
them,
Sindoni.
just like she told them that the judge said they don't have to visit me if they don't want to.
That's not true. The judge has never told them that. They are minors. They are minors. It's not, they don't drive the bus, Miss Victory. They're minors. So you need to make this happen. You need to encourage to have one dad in this world. Okay, maybe there may be a relationship that's difficult and estranged right now, but hopefully that can be redeveloped in the future. They're going to want a dad in the future. Also, hopefully Mr. Sindoni, once he's out of prison, he can nurture a relationship. And yes, but they're going to be adults.
I'm trying to keep it alive here,
As soon as he gets out, I'm going to have a PPO
right,
because
we're
he's
done.
going to be out to
We're done.
kill
I'm
me.
not going to argue with both of you. Both of you want to interrupt to the court, and you will not let the court talk. So the court will simply order that parenting time continue as previously ordered. Let's schedule the next while we're on the record. Let's schedule the next video visit. Mr. Victor, you got $25 to $30 you're holding, and let's we'll talk about one a month. So let's pick a date sometime that's good with the children sometime in the month of May.
And Your Honor, it has been $80. I can get my stepmother who sent the checks to send me a statement from the bank saying that it's been $80 if you want it.
Okay, I'm not going to get into this right now.
Well, she's saying I've only paid for half of what I've paid for. So it is an issue.
Okay.
It is an issue.
Okay.
I've paid $80.
Okay. She's got sufficient funds to do some video contacts. So what day in May are you going to make this happen, Mr. Victory? Is it best on a Saturday morning, or is there certain days that the prison facility will allow video visits?
I'm not sure.
Yeah, it has to be done through a certain app. I can do May 18th.
Okay, that's a Saturday.
Yep.
Well, I don't know if that's the visiting day, but okay.
All right. Well, the court's going to order that parenting time continue as previously ordered. Once a month, video contacts. Mr. Sindoni to pay. Miss Victory has the funds right now to at least pay for probably the next 4 to 5 months, correct?
Yes, Your Honor. And
the visits probably should not last more than 15 minutes. No,
that's all their limit is.
Correct.
So, and then sometimes 15 minutes, sometimes you got to warm up to the children and maybe make some notes, Mr. Sindoni, things you want to ask them, but maybe let's let them talk. Just say, tell them you love them, you miss them. Tell me what's going on in your life. I really want to hear that. Maybe.
They tell me it's none of my business because Jennifer told them that it's none of my business.
Sindoni,
they don't have to tell me anything.
One of the suggestions the court has, you talk too much, Mr. Sindoni. Maybe think about listening more rather than talking. That might go a long way to repair relations with your children. Listen rather than talk.
If I ask them what's going on, how's school going, they tell me it's none of my business.
Well, but tell them that you want to know, that you're interested. You love them, you're interested.
I've tried.
Okay.
You got Jennifer in the room with them, coaching them though, so that it doesn't help.
And Miss Victory, they're old enough. If in fact it's something inappropriate and they're Mr. Sindoni's arguing with them, they can step away. But you should give them some privacy. Set it up.
I do. It's
right.
Mr. Sindoni with his accusations that's making you think that I'm doing something that I'm not doing.
That's all the court's asking. All right, so the court's going to order that, Miss Victory, they schedule a video visit with the children together, their dad, May 18th, 2024, and each month thereafter. And once you no longer have any funds left, I mean, it's $3 for $3.20 for a 15-minute visit.
Yep.
And that should cover you for the next number of months.
Yeah.
And if in fact you run out of money, send a message to Mr. Sindoni. You need some additional money. And Mr. Sindoni, just send maybe $20 at a time. They'll be sending $80.
That's all I've been sending, Your Honor. And I've sent 4 checks to her.
Okay. Well, at this point in time, the court's ordering that Miss Victory make it happen on May 18th. If the prison side won't do that, then do it the closest to Saturday as possible. But try to schedule it. Go online today and try to schedule for the May 18th. Miss Victory. Just for the record, Miss Victory, you're still same address, correct? Ivy Drive?
Yes, sir.
Okay, all right. So hopefully we won't have to come back in a couple months. But again, the court's can order continued parenting time once a month, video contact, father's expense, and the next one will be May 18th, 2024. Then once in June, July. And just tell the children, once they're 18, they can do what they want. But this court has jurisdiction and authority over them until that time. So you tell them it's a court order, and we can help Mr. Victory by encouraging it. I know you're shaking your head, but again, you can encourage it. The children, they can do what they want. They can run away from home. They can leave your house when they're 18, but until they're 18, they need to comply with their dad and their mother's rules. So just encourage it, Miss Victory. I mean, I understand they may not relish it, but encourage it. Tell them it'll make life a lot easier on you. Then you'll need to come back to court. If in fact you facilitate it, cook it up, have them sit on the couch together, and at least hear out their dad. Please.
Okay.
Okay, the court will reduce this to written order, and that will, anything further from either one of you?
No, sir.
Have a good day, Your Honor.
All right, thank you both.